Hi everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the class. This class is Introduction to Civil Engineering. My name is Bin Chen Zhong, and so glad to see you this semester. And I think that this is the first class, right, in the course. So I'm going to try to introduce you about the basic knowledge regarding the civil engineering. And also, before that, I will also briefly introduce you, the basic information about this class. Okay, so I'm very glad to be with you this semester. And also, I hope that I can learn with you. We can grow up together. Okay, so it would be very interesting about this course. Okay, Introduction to Civil Engineering. So I think that suppose that in this class you will have a lot of fun and we will learn a lot of things, basic knowledge, basic information about civil engineering. Of course, we don't learn a lot of things very detailed, okay, in the civil engineering. But however, I like to try to help you guys to understand, okay, to let you have a basic knowledge in civil engineering. So please enjoy the class, okay? So before the class, I want to try to briefly introduce the contents of the class today. Okay, so first of all, I will introduce you about the teaching content, including the syllabus, materials, grading rules, and how to prepare for assignments and practices and the midterm and final examinations. Okay, of course, in this course, we don't have the practice hours. I think that we just only have the theoretical hours, which are 2 hours, okay, per week. But however, in this class, I don't want to only um, have a presentation by myself to talk a lot of things to you. And of course, I want to have some practice opportunities, and also want to invite you to join, to get involved. Okay, so I will also try to introduce you about what kind of the practices that we will have this semester. Okay, and then I will try to introduce you about the way of classes, which includes the manners. How can we have the class this semester, and also what kind of interfaces that we will have. Okay, and then I will try to briefly to introduce civil engineering to you. So I think that's all for today's class. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, guys, so this is the syllabus for you. I try to make a tabular form of the syllabus to show you that all the dates and all the weeks and the progress description. Okay, so you can see the first column is a date and the second column is a week. And I suppose that we will have the 18 weeks here. So this is ideal syllabus. And also the third column is a progress description. So this today is the first week, right? So I'll just briefly to give you the introduction to civil engineering. And also in the next week, and then you can see, I will try to introduce you about the classic cases in the civil engineering around this world. And then, because in the civil engineering, we have a lot of different fields and we have a lot of different divisions. So, for example, the structural engineering and construction engineering, hydraulic engineering, and also you can see here after the midterm examination, and then you will see that your technical engineering, and also we will have the transportation engineering and so on and so forth. Okay, so actually for when we talk about the civil engineering, we will have a lot of different divisions. For example, surveying is also one kind of the division in the civil engineering, right? Okay, so actually we will have a lot of different divisions, but here I just try to pick up some core and very important topics, divisions, something like that to show you. Okay, so I pick up that kind of things, that kind of topics in this course. Okay, so I think this kind of course is main divisions and main fields. Okay, so I just try to introduce you about that kind of things in this semester. And also you can see in the sixth week, I'll try to arrange the first practice, okay? And in the 11th week, we will have the second practice. And in the in the 17th week, and then we will have the third practice. And I would like to invite you, all of you, to have a presentation, okay? So you will have a three presentation. And first of all, in the first presentation, I hope that we can have not just like a game, okay? We will have a topic. For example, here ideally I arrange that it is the bridge design. Okay, so in the several previous weeks, I will try to introduce you about structural engineering, construction engineering, something like that, right? So how about maybe we can have just like an assignment, okay, about the bridge design. And in the second practice, I want to invite you to make a bridge, and then you can have a way that whatever you want to do, that you can test your bridge that you make. Okay, so in the first practice, I want to invite you to have an idea how to design your bridge. Okay, so I will go through in detail, more detail in maybe fifth week. Okay, before the sixth week. Okay, so don't worry about that, and I will clearly to mention that how you can do that. Okay, so in the first practice, in my mind, in my opinion, I just want to invite you to present your idea. You can have a proposal. That is a practice. The first practice. Okay, and the second practice, and then you can see here in the 11th week. And then I also want to invite you to have a presentation to introduce your bridge, okay? You need to introduce how to make the bridge and how you test the bridge, something like that. Maybe we will have a group presentation. We will have a group. So you need to have a teamwork to cooperate with each other, okay? And I think it will be very interesting. Okay, so I want to not just only passively to listen my lesson, to listen my classes, and also I want to invite you to actively to do something in this class. Okay, and then you will see I will also introduce you a topic, a very interesting topic in this course. I added okay in the 14th week. That is climate change and disaster risk assessment. So maybe you will ask me, hey, teacher, professor, why you want to ask this kind of the classes in this course? Well, I will reply you that I will say because the impact of the climate change and the disaster risk, that's something like that on human being, okay, on our surroundings, our environment, so much. So apparently that recently that you can see about the change of the temperature, change of the rainfall event, or the change of the weather conditions, something like that, is very obvious. So the impact of the climate change on the human being or on our surroundings is obvious. So that's the reason why I want to add this kind of element in my course, in this course. Okay, so I will try to briefly introduce you what's the climate change and what is the disaster risk assessment and what is a climate risk assessment. And I will also try to briefly to share with you about the tool or method how to assess the climate risk, something like that. So you will have a tool. Okay, I won't tell you a lot of detail in this class. And in that moment, I think you will know a lot of things about the climate change and the climate risk. I will introduce you, so don't worry about it. And then you can see in the 17th week, okay, the third practice, I also want to invite you to have a group presentation. Okay, I want to ask you to apply the method of the climate risk assessment. And then to integrate, you can integrate one topic from this course, from the classes, what I teach you, what I told you. For example, structural engineering, hydraulic engineering, or geotechnical engineering, whatever what you want to select. If you have interested in that part, and then you can select that part to be the topic, and then you can integrate the topic and the climate risk assessment. Okay, so it would be very more interesting, I think, in my opinion. Okay, so I think that is the syllabus what I designed for you this semester. And then you can see in the 10th, maybe ideally in the 10th week or in the 18th week, and then we will have a midterm examination and final examination. Okay, so I think that's all for the syllabus that I want to introduce you today. Okay, so next page is the materials. Okay, so maybe you will ask me, hey, professor, what is kind of the course materials you have in this class, or what is the references? Okay, so I don't know because in this class I just want to try to um, I select a lot of data from the internet. Okay, so maybe I can share with you the PowerPoints here to be the PDF file, and I can share the PDF file with you to be as the lecture note in the course, in this course. And also, I also want to introduce you to a reference if you want to have a reference. Okay, that is a civil engineering, a very short introduction, very short introductions. The first edition, and the author is David Moore Wood. Okay, if you are interested in that kind of the reference, that you can search that in the internet. Okay. And then I'm going to introduce you about grading rules. Okay, so maybe you will ask me, hey, Professor, how you grade our scores in this semester, in this class? Okay, I would say I would just I intend to separate the four parts. Okay, so you can see we have I have four criteria here, and also here we also have the different proportions of these criteria. Okay, so guys, you can see first of all is the assignment. Okay, so maybe after the class I will give you some assignments. Maybe simple assignment. It is enough for you. Okay, every week or several weeks. I don't know, but maybe exclude the presentation. The assignments are very simple. Okay, I just want to use a simple way to give you the assignment. So don't worry too much. And the proportion of the assignment, is 15%. Okay, and just as you see in the previous page, and then you will see that we will have the 3 times for practice, right? So about the practice presentation, we will have the proportion is 45%. So that means that one presentation is 15 percentage. So we will have 3 times, right? So totally, we will have the 45 percentage for the proportion of the presentation. And the midterm exam, the final exam the proportions of the midterm exam and final exam are 20% respectively. Okay, so you can see 4, 6, 4, 6, 8. Yes, so you can see the total proportion is 100%. Okay, so we will have 3 times for practice presentation, and also the proportion of the one presentation in the practice classes is 15%. And also you can see the students, okay, all of you guys will not have the very difficult calculation questions in your assignments. And also please notice that I don't know the rules in this semester from the OAA UPTP. But in the last semester, that is that the students should have at least 60% as percent for attendance. Okay, so that students you can have the final examination. But I don't know the rule which is the same or not the same in this semester, so we need to check. But please notice that we have the similar rule in the last semester. So please must attend in your practice presentation classes. Okay. Okay, so maybe you will say, what is the assignments and practices and midterm and final examination? How can I prepare for that? Okay, so for the assignments, I would say that that is a personal assignment. Okay, so you will be there are not sorry, there would be open-minded questions in your assignments. So just like what I said in the previous page, you won't have a lot of the difficult calculation questions in your assignment, so don't worry about that. But however, I want to emphasize one thing, that is, please have the critical thinking, and please express yourself, express your opinions, okay, in your assignments. And that's very important. Okay, and the next one is the practice. Okay, so for the practices, I hope that you can have a group, and that would be a teamwork, and you will have a group presentation. Okay, and then you will see that the preparation for midterm and final examination, that is a writing test. And also we will have the different type of the questions. So what kind of the questions that now I'm thinking about the questions. So I don't know yet, but I will design the proper and suitable type of questions for you. And you can see from the contents. Okay, so maybe the most of the questions in the midterm and final examination are mainly from the contents of the classes, what I told you. Okay, so I think the objective is of this course. Okay, so you can see it will introduce civil engineering to you, to guide you to understand the learning directions in civil engineering. Okay, so I think that's the main purpose, objectives in this course this semester. Okay, guys, so when we talk about the way of the classes, okay, I will try to introduce you about manners and interface. Okay, so maybe you will ask me, hey, what is the manners that we have this kind of class, okay? For me, I will try to use the 2 ways, okay? So the first of all, you can see I will try to use lecture videos. Okay, so as what you see, that okay, I just try to use a PowerPoint, and I record the videos. I'm recording the videos now, right? So for me and for you, I think that, in my opinion, it would be more convenient and efficient for students and for professor. Okay, so that's the reason why for several classes I try to use lecture videos for us. So I before before the day the class. I will give the links of the videos, lecture videos to teaching assistants or TA before the day. And then I think that I will ask TA to show you, post the links of the lecture videos for you. Okay, so you can just watch the lecture videos in during the time in this class. Okay, so it will be more efficient, and if you cannot get understand, I think you can just try to review again, to replaying and watch the video again, and then you can make sure something. Yeah, so that's the reason why I try to give you the lecture videos. But however, we will have the practice classes, and we will have a group presentation, right? So in that kind of classes, I will ask you to have the online session. Okay, to have an online session, and teaching assistants will help us to assist to give us about the links or something like that. I will also to communicate with a TA. Okay, so we will arrange the online session, and then we can have the practice classes, and you can show your group presentation. And also, we talk about interface. I accept the links of the lecture videos, and I also want to use a Cisco WebEx for the online session. And then if we have something want to, for example, the announcement, okay, something like that, we can post the link or announcement on the Google Classroom. Okay, Google Classroom. Okay, guys. By the way, here I want to mention one point with you. Okay, that is, I want to talk about the lecture video, the length of the lecture videos. Okay, because before recording the lecture videos, actually the professors, we need to select to prepare a lot of the materials, and also we need to practice and to record the videos, right? But actually, please imagine that in the campus, we won't have the class continuously, right? We will have the short time to take break, also something like that, to prepare something, to prepare the equipment, the devices. So we will spend a little bit time for that part. Okay, so in the lecture videos, for example, this course will have 2 hours to 2 hours per week. So ideally, supposedly that it is reasonable to have the 14 minutes per hour in the lecture video. So we will have ideally we have 2 hours in this class. So that means I appropriately to have the 80 to 90 minutes for the class in the lecture videos. Okay, so I will prepare about 80 to 90 minutes lecture videos for you per week. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you can understand the point, and then we can enjoy the videos. Okay, guys, I have already introduced you about the teaching content, And the way of the class is what we have. For example, we use Cisco WebEx for online session, and we use lecture videos, okay, for you watching, something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to try to teach you to share with you about the introduction to civil engineering. So first of all, let's just enjoy the one video. Okay, this video is civil engineering, a motivational video. Okay, very motivational. So I found that from the YouTube. Okay, so of course you can go to YouTube to check the video. And now I'm just going to show you, okay? So please enjoy that. You will feel that you just like to watch a movie. Okay, so please enjoy that. Okay, guys, after watching this video, how do you feel? Yes, when I watch a video, oh, yes, I want to ask one question. What kind of things that did you see from this video? For example, buildings, right? We see a lot of different buildings in the city, in the metropolitan area. And also, what kind of things that did you see? Okay, let me give you some example. Transportation, right? We see a lot of road, and we see a lot of vehicle cars just drive along the roads transportation. And also, I see that the port, okay, port. So ocean and river, and also I saw the mountainous area, and buildings built on the mountainous area, on the top of the mountain, something like that. So um, just through watching this kind of video, and then you will see a lot of things, the structural engineering, and the surveying, right? And the hydraulic engineering, transportation engineering, something like that, and so on. Okay, so this is a good video. I just recommend that for you.